Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Cutler's Dolphins going up against Bradford's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Shift together here from the D-line. The play fake to Murray. Now Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
By the way, Stephon Diggs, 391 receiving yards. That leads the league through 4 weeks of the season.
And what a bargain he's been, because he wasn't a high draft pick. Remember, they got him in the middle rounds. I think he was a 5th-round pick coming out of Maryland. But when he came out of high school, one of the top-ranked kids in the country, he has more than fulfilled his promise at this point. And he really doesn't care who's playing quarterback, does he? He's had Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford, and now Case Keenum, and he continues to put up big numbers.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's a run for the former Louisville Cardinal, Sonoris Perry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Cutler. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Sherrills to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. While we wait for Minnesota to take over on offense, gives us a chance to discuss the Dalvin Cook injury, tearing his ACL in Week 4. Where do they go from here in the backfield?
Well, Jerick McKinnon was already on the roster. All right, he'd been a guy who was a primary ball carrier. Remember when Adrian Peterson got hurt in the 2016 season? But they picked up Latavius Murray in free agency, and many thought he would be the starter from Game 1. Turned out Dalvin Cook showed up and beat him out. But Latavius Murray, Jerick McKinnon, have to split some carries and make some big plays for Minnesota now.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Again, it's Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Murray has the, and I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now come the Vikings. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. McKinnon. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They go with Murray again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Don't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and long for Bradford. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Cutler. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's great. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go.
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now it's Cutler. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Sherrills. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. He did it again.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
Now it's Ajayi. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run with Perry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the D-line's going to spread out. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Perry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Cutler. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. The play fake, Bradford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
A run. It's Murray. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The slot man in motion right. Bradford going to give to Murray on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A play fake to Murray. Now it's Bradford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Green, 39.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They run again with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eric Kendricks coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Cutler. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now he'll turn and off his back. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Bradford from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down. And Adams has it complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down following the incompletion. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Off the play fake. Bradford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And tough starting field position here.
Here we go. 3-19.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They run with Ajayi. And some room to work. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
The burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And some room to roam now. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. For the storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.